of that which kept you occupied until you arrived this morning. So let's just allow ourselves to become a little more comfortable in our skin, a little more comfortable in whatever is supporting our physical body, and allow it to relax you. Allow your eyes to soften. Allow your face to soften. And if you are comfortable, allow your eyes to close. And breathe. And as you breathe in this present moment, you may notice the sounds of the sanctuary beginning to fade. You may still hear that beautiful music enveloping this room, this sanctuary. Other thoughts may surface, but we can send them along. We breathe in the good, and we breathe out that good. And we inhale the fullness of this moment, and exhaling all its expansiveness. Remember, this is a reciprocal, spiritual universe, and nothing is ever wasted. Spirit's good is always available to me. Spirit's good is always available to you. And we breathe. It is through this experience of quiet we surrender to the gift of good. And as we quietly allow this gift to permeate our mind, body, and spirit, we also allow for circulation and reciprocity. As you allow your breath to continue in its own natural rhythm, you may find yourself willing to be open to a brief journey. A journey into the spiritual truth of good, God's good. And what I know to be true is the mind is always receptive to that good. So now we allow our heart to open to it. And we breathe that good into that space, knowing good is everywhere around you. Knowing this is your birthright. It is already in you. And you, my beloveds, are equal to this gift of good. We allow our awareness of the good and the unlimited magnificence of this universe to settle into our bones. We let it rest in our heart. We invite it to rest in our mind. We welcome it into our entire being. And we breathe. We allow it to enter every nook and cranny of our consciousness. This good is pure. This good is ever present. This good recognizes itself in you. You need only be open to it. Recognizing this gift as your spiritual nature is a conscious act. An act of awareness of being in the present moment. Silently say to yourself, I am open to all the good that surrounds me. Now, silently say to yourself, I am open to all the good that is available to me in this moment and every moment that follows. I am the embodiment of good. And as you do this, remember the spiritual universe never experiences lack or limitation, only abundance. And allow the abundant good to fill you to overflowing, knowing you're equal to everything in God. And so let's sit with this thought for just a moment. I am equal to all the available good and it is mine now. You may notice that as you experience this gift of good, gratitude naturally follows. Good and gratitude now join together. This brief moment in time allows you to sense the interconnectedness of the spiritual and relative nature of this ever-giving universe. And you can always return to this space. Regardless of the plane from which you view this gift, it is all God, and it is all yours, always. And so as you begin to sense this centering coming to a close, gently adjust to the physical space around you, allowing your eyes to open and breathe. And now I invite everyone to place both hands on your heart. And in gratitude, join with me in saying, I am so grateful. I am so very grateful. Namaste.
Oh, Franny, that was beautiful centering. Ooh, good and gratitude. Good morning. Good morning. I'm open to all the good, and I'm so grateful. This is Unbound. Those aren't the lyrics, but it's all right. Unfold your mind. Unfold your heart. Relax your senses. Feel every part. You ain't got a thing to fear. Looks like love is growing here. sing to you. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You know that. You are the face of God. Yes. I hold you in my heart always. You are my family. You are the face of God. You are my family. You are the face of God.
Thank you. And so we allow this idea that being the face of God permeate our being. And I invite you one more time to allow stillness to enter into your being as I invoke an awareness of spirit through this prayer. Closing your eyes, opening your heart. What I know to be true in this moment is the entire power of this vast created universe is behind this word I speak. For I know that God is present in every word I speak, every idea that I have, every action that I take, for it is first in the mind of God. And I know that I am made in the nature and likeness of God. Therefore, as God is, I am. And so as we move into this beautiful day, I speak my word to know and affirm that today is a very good day. What I know is that everyone who has chosen to be here this morning, in whatever mechanism they've arrived, was done through this sacred invitation. There was an openness and a willingness that you said yes to, that I said yes to. This idea that something here today, this morning, will open you up even further. Whatever is spoken, something in it, this nugget of gold, will resonate. The message that will be delivered by Reverend Stacy is for you to discern and allow what resonates within it to be yours to hold. I am so grateful knowing this. I am so grateful for every volunteer that has come today to make this service brighter, more beautiful in the way that only they can do is a gift. I am grateful for Patty and Dave, Yvonne, Caden, all of our ministers, the Reverends Stacy Hilton, Cheryl Bell, and Wanda Haynes. I am standing in this idea of gratitude, knowing that God is present in all of it. I am so grateful. And it is in the space of gratitude, I simply say thank you, I let it be, and I let it go. And together we all can say, and so it is.
Those are some powerful words right there, Franny. You picked a great day, like she said. You picked a great day to come. I don't know if you said that, but it felt like you said that. But they picked a great day. You guys ready to sing a little bit more? What do you think? You were just going to sit there? You can't. I'll open it up, but you can sing it with me too. There was a time in my life I thought I had to do it know the love of God was at hand. Yes, right there. But now I can see if you are worried, you're struggling just to make it through another day. Well, you've got to let it go. Let it all go. You have to. And this is what you have to say. Yes, I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. 'Cause I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. By faith I see the light. 'Cause I am free in the Spirit. 'Cause I'm only here for God. I release, and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, yes. And my heart is open wide. 'Cause I'm only here for God. Come on, David. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. 'Cause I am free in the Spirit. 'Cause I'm only here for God. Woo! I release, yes, and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide, yes. 'Cause I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. My faith I see the light, yes. I am free in the Spirit. 'Cause I'm only here for God. Here we go. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free right here in the Spirit. Yes. You sound great. Yes, I'm only here for God. Yes.
Mighty powers and day. Powerhouse powers. Hi, everyone. While you're standing, if it's comfortable for you, please say with me, God bless America and the rest of the world. And just turn to a neighbor and say good morning and welcome.
Good morning. Woo. The Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. 'Cause I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. 'Cause I am free in the Spirit. 'Cause I'm only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for you. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, yes, I'm only here for God.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome. I'm Reverend Cheryl Bell, co-senior minister here with my sister, Reverend Stacey Hilton. Who's here for the first time? Hi. Hi. How'd you hear about us? The lady you're sitting next to, huh? Yeah. Awesome. What's your name? Jennifer. Welcome, Jennifer. How'd you hear about us?
Just online.
Online? Well, welcome. What's your name?
Keely.
Keely.
Nona. Keely
Oh,
Nona.
Keely and Nona. I love it. I love it. Someone else over here? Hi, how'd you hear about us? Online. Awesome. Welcome. You live here in Vegas?
No, we drove all the way from Pahrump.
Okay. All right. Well, welcome. Thank you for being here. Who else is here for the first time? Hi. How'd you hear about us?
Oh,
Okay.
Beach.
Redondo Beach. Oh, okay.
That's where we're from, Redondo Beach.
Oh, awesome. We did our ministerial studies in Redondo Beach with Kathy Sinfield. Yeah.
Family.
All right, I love that. And we go there often. So we used to anyway. Now we just go for their Memorial Day retreat. So awesome. Who else is here for the first time? I saw some more. Hi, Mary. How you doing? How'd you hear about us, Mary? Online? Welcome, welcome. Anyone else? Mary, keep your hands raised. I think the ushers have a gift for you. Who else? All right, the rest of us are family and friends, and I love it, love it, love it. Thank you for being here. Wow, we have a lot going on today, but I'm so glad that you're here. And I think, Franny, you have a few words to share with us. Again, she's taking over the stage.
Woo! Love it. Rainy day. It's a good day.
Oops. Well, good morning again. You doing good? Yeah? I know. It's just another awesome Sunday morning at the Las Vegas Center for Spiritual Living, right? And the best music in town. I am so grateful for Patty and Dave because they know how to set a mood. And my mood is really nice this morning. But here's a thought for you. Have you ever enjoyed, on a warm summer day, that double scoop ice cream cone? Right? You decide you're not going to watch your figure this morning. You're just going to go and get that double scoop. And guess what happens? As you're in it and you're licking it and you're just enjoying it, it starts to melt a little bit. And pretty soon you notice it's kind of drippy. Now it's on your hands. You reach for that little itty bitty napkin. You know how ice cream parlors give you that tiny, and you start doing it. And pretty soon it's not cutting it for you. And you've likely moved from this space of, geez, I'm really grateful for this ice cream cone, to, I'm going to toss it in the trash. It's just making a mess. It's dripping everywhere. So, that's just a thought. But here's the real question of the day. How grateful are you? Are you sort of grateful? Kind of grateful? I mean, sometimes you're grateful if you're in the mood for it. So let's do this. Before you answer that in your own mind, why don't you tell me that if you were going to rate your gratitude at the gratitude buffet on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, how would you grade your gratitude? 1 to 10, yell it out. I want to hear every one of them. 9. I'm 9. 9. Oh, there's a 10. I like the 10. I'm getting there. So it feels a little weird sometimes to actually rate something like gratitude, but all it is a system, you know, that scale of 1 to 10, that you can use to measure something. So if you measured yourself and you're a 1, God forbid, take a class. If you've measured a 10, welcome aboard. But it's just a way of creating some sort of consciousness around where you are in the idea of gratitude. So the next logical question that comes to my mind is this: what is actually generating your gratitude? Is it your home? Is it your partner? Is it the best last meal you had? Is it your dog? Is it your kitty? Is it your car? So it strikes in my mind yet another question. Is your gratitude dependent upon the relative circumstances of your life?
That's kind of a big question. And so for those of you who are familiar with this beautiful philosophy, which has brought some of you here today for the first time, Science of Mind, you already know that practicing gratitude is one of the most fundamental spiritual practices in our teaching. Well, why is that? Well, simply put, gratitude is just a channel for abundance. Gratitude is a prosperity magnet. And recognizing and practicing gratitude simply opens you up to more, right? So if you're new to the philosophy, you can easily see this is not a big stretch. I mean, you attract what you lay your attention on. So you've probably heard of the law of attraction, most of us had. And there's lots of other fancy sounding names like, I don't know, the law of cause and effect, the reciprocal universe. There's others, big names, all mean the same thing, more or less. There's a similarity in the message of the concept, which is you get from something what you are willing to put into it. Right? Let's say it again. You get from something that which you are willing to put into it. It's a really big idea, but it's so simple. So if I wanted to lose 10 pounds, I'm not judging myself. If I wanted to lose 10 pounds, but I chose not to replace unhealthy habits with healthy ones, what is the likelihood of those 10 pounds miraculously melting away from my frame? It's not very likely, is it? And just for the record, you need to know that the universe is responding either way. So simply put, you do the work, you live the results, right? And I know you are fully capable of seeing that this idea, this concept swings both ways. And just for the record, by not doing the work, you will still live the results. This time, all 10 pounds. So, spoiler alert. You ready? God is not the stuff of dark shadows, or lack, or fear, or promoting out there in the big spiritual word hardship. Rather, and we've heard this in many incarnations, God is all there is. We also know that it is done unto you as you believe. Well, gratitude is no different. If we take this to the next level, and I share with you my spiritual logic, it might look something like this. God created the universe and everything contained within it, which, by the way, is ever increasing and ever expanding, which then suggests the totality of my being was conceived in the mind of God, which then takes me to, yet, the next idea that God created everything, and that contained within God is all there is, which essentially says, what is contained in God is contained in me. I am that. As God is, I am. So with that idea, knowing what God is, I hold within this myself all the abundance, all of the prosperity, all of the freedom, all of the good. And if I were to use this as a spiritual baseline, I've got a whole lot to be grateful for, don't I?
Yes.
I sure do. So here's the kicker. Are you willing to fully own this belief? You have to ask yourself that. Are you going to say, well, you know what? I don't know, today I'm kind of financially secure. I'm almost okay. I'm almost good. I'm sort of having joy today. Not a lot, just a little. Bare minimum. Joy is here, but not loving it right in the moment. I'm sort of abundant. Prosperity is at my back door. I can't wait for it to come up front. I mean, what is all this? So it feels to me like I'm a bit on the fence. It feels to me like I'm delivering a mixed message and a whole bunch of half-heartedness. And I had to say that really mindfully, because I was going to go somewhere else with that. If this is where you are hanging out, I'd like to suggest trying this on for size. Are you willing? Are you really, truly willing to be in a space of gratitude for those things seen, like your home, your car, your spouse, your puppy, as well as those things that are unseen? Freedom, clarity, beauty. You can certainly see some of these things because they have manifested right in front of you. The car, the great meal. But what about those things that are unseen? This is the gift that you are being given when you think about your spiritual nature. So, you have to make a decision sometimes in this relative world what you are actually grateful for. So if you use your human logic, which I know for me can get sketchy at times, I might say, like the ice cream, grateful for this, but not so much that. Or worse, I might even show a little indifference. But what if I simply remained in a space of gratitude for everything, without judgment? Everything. Even that which has yet to manifest. It's in here. I'm thinking it. But in order for me to actually see it, I have to believe it, right? And we know when we really believe something. I mean, it's something that you don't even think about. It's there. It's a truth within you. And it becomes a system of belief for you. But you know what I've learned too is sometimes what is happening around me is a circumstance, and it's just a gift that is yet to unfold. So the spiritual truth is simply this: it's all God, all the time. Here's what it's not. Well, it's kind of God, sort of, most of the time, right? So I have had enough years on this incredible planet and experienced a variety of circumstances. And what I know to be true is that every one of them has brought a message. And it is the message for which I have learned to be grateful. Whether I understood it in the moment or not. I'm suggesting we begin exercising wholehearted gratitude. And in order to practice it, maybe, just maybe, I don't need to fully understand every single circumstance that presents itself to me. But what I can do is experience the experience through the lens of it being my best and highest good, knowing that that is always being served to me from that gratitude buffet. And this is one of the many gifts of wisdom that I have amassed in my life. And I'm going to say this morning, all 72 years of them, because I like saying that. And this is what our teaching is offering. Gratitude is a state of consciousness. Gratitude is a way of being. And make no mistake, each and every one of you who are sitting in these chairs this morning or out there in the world that can hear this, know that you are the perfect container for gratitude. So today, I am asking you to practice wholehearted gratitude. Say thank you to that which is seen and that which is unseen. Open yourself up to living in a grateful state of mind, and you will see, I promise you, you will see the good flowing into your life. And as you lay your attention on this good, you will begin and you will experience, and you at some point will recognize that you are attracting more and more and more. Remember this little ditty, good just simply begets good. So say thank you with wild abandon. View the things around you. Yes, even that dripping ice cream cone. It's a gift. Being in this frame, this mind, this body, this experience is a gift. Say thank you, be thankful. And so Rumi said, wear gratitude like a cloak, and it will feed every corner of your life. If I had been sitting next to Rumi in the 13th century, I might have aided him in his quote, which would have been very hubris of me. I would say, I believe you'll find it a perfect fit and never leave home without it. Have a grateful, filled day. Say thank you. Thank you.
Franny, I am so grateful for you. Thank you, hon. Grateful for my husband too. He's plugging in my fan. Boy, I needed that talk more than I thought that I did. And you're going to be just an incredible minister. Oh, that's great. Thank you. Wow.
Broken down and tired, living this life on a merry-go-round. You can't find the fighter, but I see it in you. So we're gonna walk it out, and we'll move. Yeah, we'll move mountains, and we'll rise up. I'll rise like the deep, and I'll rise up. I'll rise in the ache. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again for you. Isn't quiet. It feels like it's getting harder to breathe. You feel like you're dying, but I promise you we'll take the world to its feet and move mountains. We'll bring it to its feet and move. We'll move mountains. And I'll rise up. I'll rise unafraid, and I'll rise up. I'll rise till it aches. I'll rise up, and I will yes, for you. All we need is hope. It's why we have each other. It's why we have each other. I'll rise up. I'll rise like the deep. I'll rise up. I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up like you do. And I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you.
Thank you. Thank you, David. Thank you so much. You do. You keep rising up. Thank you so much.
Powerhouse Patty and Dave. Amazing, amazing, perfect song. Franny, thank you so much for that beautiful power talk. You are such a star. So thank you for being a part of us. My talk looked a little differently than when I woke up this morning. And so I did had to do a little bit of singing with gratitude to get to a place where I stand up here and speak to you about what I believe Spirit has to say today. Happy Lunar New Year. I'll start there. For those of you that don't know, our friends and family in Monterey Park, they had a mass shooting there yesterday in celebration of the Lunar New Year. And 10 people were killed, and 10 people are in the hospital currently. And, I think at one year, maybe it was 2020, 2021, one of those years, I think it was every Sunday almost, we stood here and we circled the room just in prayer. And then recently I just got tired of it. I'm tired of doing the same old thing and not getting any results seemingly. I don't know that that's the truth, but it feels like that to me. And I don't know how you all feel, but it feels that way. And yet, I will rise up. And I will rise up 1,000 times if I need to rise up 1,000 times so that we can move this and shift this to that which we want to see. We're creating a world that works for all. In creating anything, it takes a little bit of work. And sometimes you see that which is chaotic and frenzied and craziness before we see the results that we want to see. And yet, it still doesn't help watch families be destroyed, I will say. Doesn't help. I know that, and I have full faith in Spirit, the divine. There's nothing wrong with the spiritual world at all. I know that I'm one with Spirit, as is each and every person here. I know that people aren't always aware of their magnificence. That's why we're so blessed in this room. And so we make bad choices at times when we forget that we are not separate from one another. So it doesn't make my heart feel any better this morning. But I know that there's work to do. I'm not sure in the best way to do that work. I know that in God all things are perfect and all things are possible, and that love is the answer to any question that we could even think of. So I know that love is the way. I know that beyond a shadow of a doubt. And my heart still hurts for those families. For my brothers and sisters. They are my brothers and sisters, as they are yours. Each and every person on this plane is related. We're all related to each one another. And so when we start to claim that, and we start to realize that, the shootings will stop. the shootings will stop. The racism will stop. All of that, which wherever we feel separate, it will stop. But we've got to get the word out. So I'm going to pick this up a little bit because I don't want to be in this space. And I've got to sing with gratitude so that we can move to another place. I'm not going to literally sing, so don't worry. We are the ones that we've been waiting for. It's just the truth. For those of you that don't know, I'm a family advocate. That's my other part-time job. I have a lot of part-time jobs that are seemingly not part-time. Huh. And as a family advocate, we give the kids, I work for the truancy diversion program, and we give kids 3 goals because kids aren't going to school right now. And the first goal is come to school every day on time. The other one is to turn in the yellow sheet with they acknowledge so that their teacher can see or give us feedback about what they need. What I'm seeing more and more often lately is the kids aren't doing their homework. Now I wonder where they get that from. From those of us that Netflix and chill all the time? For those of us that are caught up watching video streaming services day in and day night to numb ourselves from that which is going on outside of these walls? We've got to do our work. And we have to show our children, our youth, that they've got to do their work. For those of us that have signed on as a member of this community or any Centers for Spiritual Living, or maybe you've signed up and you didn't even know, our mission here is to create a world that works for all. What is yours to do and how are you doing that? How are you doing that? I'm not saying that you're not doing it. Please, I know that many of you, most of you, if not all of you, are doing your prayer work. But maybe tap a neighbor and say, hey, did you pray today about this country? Maybe it's going to take more than just those of us in this room. Maybe it's going to take more than those of us that are involved with Centers for Spiritual Living. I don't know the how, but it feels like we're not quite doing the work that we need to do to show up in love. I think I can do a little bit better. Anybody else with me?
Yes.
Yeah. So can we make that commitment together? Because we got to raise the vibration. We've got to rise up to raise this vibration and shift this energy. And if we're feeling some kind of way, then how are the other folks feeling that don't have this? They don't know that they are amazing human beings, spiritual beings, on a human plane. And guess who created the human plane that we're existing in? Guess who has a responsibility to shift it? Because Spirit is not sitting up in the clouds and saying, you know what, they're a mess and I'm going to change this. Spirit loves us. And He gave us the power to create all that which we have created thus far. You want something new? Create something new. What is it that we want? Are we clear about what we want? Because there's a lot of division going on. I think those of us in this room know what we want. We want love. We want to express love. We want to be free to express and be joyful and just live our lives being the divine presence that each of us is. Anybody want anything other than that? That's it for me. It's really simple. It looks different from time to time, but that's the bottom line of what I want for myself and what I want for each and every person that walks through these doors and beyond. Actually, for everyone, everywhere, so that's what I want. For them to have the freedom to do and be who they want to be. So, I've got to get about the Father's business, the Mother, Father, God's business, and do that and be that. Yeah. Albert Einstein said, everything in life is vibration. Everything in life is vibration. Now, how do we raise our vibration? The higher frequency of your energy or vibration, the lighter you feel in physical, emotional, and mental bodies. You experience greater personal power, clarity, peace, love, and joy. You have little, if any, discomfort or pain in your physical body, and your emotions are easily dealt with when you raise your vibration. Now, how do we raise our vibration? The number one thing, there were 8 or 10 or 12 things that were listed on the website that I was reading. What's the number one thing, do you think? I'll give you a hint. Franny just talked about it. Gratitude. Some days, if I were not grateful for this teaching, I don't know what the heck I would do. If I were not grateful that I became a practitioner, that I continue to teach classes, because that helps me elevate my own vibration by reinforcing that which I know and to grow deeper in my teaching. That's what I'm called to do. But I'm no different because I have this stole on and because I say I'm a minister. That does not mean that you're any different than I am. It's all of our work. You just might do it at a different place as well. Just like my part-time job. Part-time job is to be a family advocate. Some of you might have part-time work being a mom. Part-time. It's just about as full part-time. A grandma. Just about as part-time. But we all have people that we affect by who we are and how we show up. I can sit there and consume all the wine that I love and say, oh, woe is me, and I don't know how we're going to get out of this and what we're going to do as far as a country and a nation and the world. Or I can be grateful and count my blessings and still do my prayer work. You see, some of us have this idea that I just won't look at it, and if I don't see it, it doesn't exist. If my foot were becoming detached from my leg, should I not look at it? Or should I look at it and say, you probably should go to the doctor? Or, I'm going to pray about my foot. But all of this and all of this, that's not working. We have to see those people that are in power, that are not listening to what we as the people want for their own desires or their own needs or whatever that's about, so that we can change some of the laws that are affecting who we are to live in a peaceful world. That's our work. I don't know how you do that without paying attention. If I could, believe me, I would. So, besides gratitude being the number one thing, a way of amping up your vibration, the other thing is love, generosity, meditation and breath work, and forgiveness. Those are the top 5. The top 5. Yeah. I have a slide here that somebody sent me, Jen Goldwasser. It's a good friend of Lauren Ballardini's, practitioner Lauren's. And she sent this. I don't don't have it, so I'll have to read it here. So, Southwest, if you remember, had some issues at Christmas time. So this was written to Southwest Airlines. It says, thank you, Southwest Airlines. I've been mad at you since you stranded my family on Monday, but I've decided to take the opposite position. Truly, thank you. Because of you, we were forced to drive 1,500 miles to our destination in a car much too small for our crew. I was more than happy to call it quits, but my wife said, no way. Beyond that, she drove the entire 1,500 miles. So thank you, Southwest, for reminding me how lucky I am to be married to such a strong-willed woman. So we crammed in this little car, and our 3 kids kept us laughing almost the entire trip. So thank you, Southwest, for reminding me how much I love being around my kids. Along the way, after nearly running out of gas on the Texas-New Mexico border, literally, nothing in sight, We met a 90-year-old farmer who was kind enough to bring us 2 gallons of gas to get us to the next town, and then tried to refuse cash. So thank you, Southwest, for reminding me of the good of humanity. As you can likely tell, we made it to our destination safe and sound. And long story short, thank you, Southwest, for reminding me how blessed I am and helping my family create new life, long memories. Happy New Year, everyone. That's true forgiveness. That person's vacation was almost ruined, right? And they found it in their heart and their mind how to shift that and to be grateful. Now, I'm not saying there's any gratitude in the events of mass killings. I'm not saying that whatsoever. But I'm grateful to those that maybe stood up and said, I'll be the one this one more time. I'll be the one to move on to the next plane. And so that these people here on this plane can get the message that we must do something. So I'm grateful for that, if that's the case. Where do we need to forgive? And where can we show more gratitude and more love? That's the work. Start by going home and hugging your kids or grandkids and tell them to do their work. And maybe their work is not math or reading. Maybe it's just showing more love. Because that's what we need. That's what we need. I had a bunch of other stuff, but there's always next week. Repeat after me. I am here by divine appointment. I am grateful to be here on this plane at this time in history. Everything that I encounter is for my greater good. And the greater good of the world. My life makes a difference. And so it is. I had other slides, but we'll do them next week. I love you all, and I'm grateful to you all. You know what? Yeah.
You want to do it?
Yeah. I did want to leave us singing in gratitude, right? And I couldn't think of a better song than Use Me.
It's the best.
Yeah.
You're incredible.
You're incredible.
You're my mirror.
You're my mirror.
But right?
That's why we attracted one another.
Right? Yes. Please sing with me.
Can I have the practitioners surround the room?
Use me, oh God, I stand for you. And here I'll abide as you show me. Oh God, I stand for you. And here are the as you show me all that I must do. Show me all that I must do. Please show me all that I must do.
And so it is.
So
Every time I look up and I see my name, it's like the first time. That's so funny. That's so funny.
you know why? Because I really am so grateful. I'm so grateful to be able to sing here every week. God. Thank you so much. This will be my last song today. Beautiful song by Alanis Morissette.
How about getting off of these antibiotics? How about stopping eating when I'm full up? How about them transparent dangling carrots? How about that ever elusive kudo? Thank you, India. Thank you, terror. Thank you, disillusionment. Thank you, consequence. Thank you, frailty. Thank you, silence. How about me not blaming you for everything? How about me enjoying a moment for once? How about how good it feels to finally forgive you? How about grieving it all one at a time? Thank you, India. Thank you, Providence. Thank you, disillusionment. Thank you, consequence. Thank you, frailty. Thank you, silence. The moment I let go of it was the moment I got more than I could handle. The moment I jumped off of it was the moment I touched down. How about no longer being masochistic? How about remembering your divinity? How about unabashedly bawling your eyes out? How about not equating death with stopping? Thank you, India. Thank you, Providence. Thank you, disillusionment. Thank you, frailty. Thank you, nothingness.
Thank you, Powerhouse.
House. Thank you.
Thank you. That's actually what my talk was about prior to last night, so.
I'd like to ask our ushers to please come forward. This is our time of giving and receiving, and this is the time, as Franny said, get off the fence. Get off the fence and just know that your gifts are always returned to you, and returned multiplied abundantly. If you would please say the affirmation with us, that would be great. From the love of pure spirit within me, I bless this gift. I send it forth to heal and bless and prosper. It is evidence of my faith and belief. It does good work in the world and returns to me multiplied abundantly. And for that, I am eternally grateful. And so it is.
So it is.
I do believe that I will receive. I just have to know and then declare it to be so with an open mind and just a little bit of time. If it serves my highest good, it will be mine. Come on, sing with feeling. I do believe that I will receive. I just have to know and then declare it to be so with an open mind. Yes, and just a little bit of time. If it serves my highest good, then it is mine. Anything I want, it is mine. Perfect health, it is mine. Joy and peace, it is mine. Oh, love, 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 it is mine. If it serves my highest good, then it is mine.
Okay, well, the announcements today are that the book club meeting that Reverend Stacy heads up, it will be meeting the end of February, so you've got plenty of time to read the book. It's called Four Pivots by Sean Ginwright, and that will be on the 22nd of February on Zoom at 4 p.m. The Reverends Stacy and Cheryl are also teaching a new class, and it will be offered on a Saturday morning, February 11th at, doesn't say what time, 10:30, at 10:30 in the morning. And the class is going to be called Meditation is More Than You Think. And it actually talks about 8 different types of meditation. So this is a class to get on Zoom on Saturday morning at 10:30. And the class is going to be also assisted by our practitioner, Ardelia Carlson. And the cost is just $135 for members and $165 for non-members. So that would encourage you to become a member.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And we also, those of us that have been buying things on Amazon Smile, like Patty Powers, we have plenty of time to start really ordering a whole bunch between now and the 20th of February, because that's when it's going to stop.
Yeah.
So when you want to order on Zoom, on Amazon, go to Amazon Smile, and then we get a percentage of that until the 20th of February. And we need to stay tuned because we're going to have fundraising events coming up very shortly. And I'm sure our fundraiser people are going to be telling us all about this very shortly. So be checking that out. Also, check out the Happenings table. That's where you want to sign up for the Zoom class. And for a complete thing of every list of everything that's going on at our center. And then visit the bookstore because we have lots of really great little goodies and jewelry and books on sale. And be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And everybody have a fabulous rest of the day.
Thank you, Kimmy.
Thank you, thank you. I would like to ask our Ministry of Prayer team to please come forward. And all those that are here for the first time, please sign our guest book in the Grand Hall. That would be great. We can keep in touch with you. And you can tell me to stop keeping in touch with you if you want.
Never.
All right. You know, at the Ministry of Prayer team here, any visiting ministers or practitioners are also invited to come forward. But these are the folks that hold this place up, you all, and they're here to pray with you or for you. Please don't leave here with a heavy heart. And we have a prayer box here in the front called God's Pocket, one in the Grand Hall, for your prayer requests if you don't have time to stay after and ask one of these beautiful folks for a prayer. All right. Reverend Stacy, you want to give us a closing prayer?
Sure. It's going to be a drive-by. Okay. So if you would close or lower your eyes one last time this morning and just take a deep breath. As we just each all feel that love that we have experienced during this past hour or so together, a couple hours together. Knowing that we have filled ourselves up, so we are ready to pass the gift of our own individualized, unique love and light that each of us is to that next person that we meet. So for that and so much more, I simply say thank you, thank you, thank you. I am grateful beyond belief for all the good work that this teaching, this center does. And so it is.
All right, let's stand and sing our peace song. We're going to sing with gratitude. Oh, we have any kids here today?
Yes.
Oh.
Peace on earth, and now it begins with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be. With God as our power, loved ones all are we. Now we walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, peace begins with me. Let this be the moment now. With every breath I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment with peace eternally. Yes, there is peace on earth, and now it begins with me.
I want to also tell you all that the teams went to camp last weekend, Martin Luther King weekend, and I hear they had a fabulous time. We had one here to tell you about it, but we've kind of run out of time, but I think we're going to get her to do a video instead.
Oh, good.
So, anyway. All right, repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening to me right now.
Something wonderful is happening to me right now.
I know this in my mind.
I know this in my mind.
I feel it in my body.
I feel it in my body.
And so it is.
And so it is.
Have a great week, everyone.
All right.
All right. Yeah. I just feel inside my bones. Goes electric wavy when I turn it on. All through my city, all through my home. Flying high, no ceiling when working I'm zone. Got that blues in my pocket, soul in my feet. That hell like in my right leg with the drops. Can't take my eyes above it. It's so phenomenally. My life will keep rocking. So stop under the lights and everything.
Hi everyone. I'm excited to let you know about something we practitioners at the Las Vegas Center for Spiritual Living are bringing to our community. It is called Midweek Inspiration, and it will be a 45-minute pick-me-up on the first and third Wednesdays of the month on Zoom. We will have meditation, a short talk based on the book Living the Science of Mind, a brief Q&A session, and then before closing our time together, the practitioner will do affirmative prayer for those that would like it.
Hi, Midweek Inspiration for me is a time for connection and a time for me to explore highest good.
Midweek meditation for me is I have more understanding of living the science of mind.
What the midweek inspiration means for me is inspiration. It's an opportunity to get together with like-minded people who have a goal of feeling and creating wholeness for themselves in every area of their life and also extending out to others.
For me, the midweek inspiration is a chance to connect to other like-minded people. And it's also just a wonderful reminder of the truth of who I am and what we all are. And I'm just so thankful and grateful for it.
All I have to say is set your clock so you know what time it is in the midweek inspiration, because it was wonderful. It was my second time here, and it's what I need to get me through that part of the day that's kind of quiet at night when I need some good spiritual advice.